And welcome to East High School and the Kern High School, the Kern High Network's exclusive coverage of boys soccer tonight. The East High Blades entertaining the Foothill Trojans alongside Kevin Willie and my outstanding broadcast partner Lance Grimes. I'm Rick Hudgens. So glad you could join us on a beautiful Friday night, trying to get this match in before the rain hits town even more harshly than we expected it to last night. Of course, just slight drizzle. Tomorrow is supposed to be the big showers coming. So this should be a great one, Lance. And Foothill at 17-1-5, 6-1-1 has already clinched the SEYL. And we saw these guys play last year. We've also covered East here. Saw the girls and the guys, and East is really on a roll. They've won 3 straight after starting off slow. They've lost both times to Foothill this year, but East is really on a roll, coming off a win against South, win against Miramonte, and then a huge 6-0 win against North on Wednesday. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it should be a really good matchup. The games that they played already was decided by 1 goal, so it should be pretty good. This is probably the best league in the county, and we're going to see some good soccer here tonight.
Yeah, so if you've tuned in, you should be excited for a really good one. Both these teams get after it. East has a couple of outstanding scorers in Adrian Gonzalez and Luis Chavoya. And on the other side, Foothill is a team that is loaded, and they have a number of young players as well. But the guys you really have to watch up top are Everardo Arce, Juan Ojeda, Andres Meza, and then Jorge Cruz. They're a very talented bunch under the tutelage of Ty Rose in his 6th season, and the head coach of East Bakersfield, Javier Cervantes. East is 6-12-2. And it'll be a throw-in for Foothill. Foothill will be clad, working left to right here in the first half, in white with black trim, and East with their navy blue jerseys, white shorts, and their red socks. The last time these two teams met, it was a 3-0 win for Foothill at Foothill. And so far in the series, 5 points. 5 points so far this season for Everardo Arce against East High, and we'll see what happens here tonight. So East will play it back. We saw Foothill play a very tightly contested match against Miramonte last year, right? The D4 champs who defeated Lindsay last year. And now Foothill sits atop the D4 rankings, and they should get the number 1 seed ahead of Lindsay. East, of course, is up in Division 2 and fighting for playoff position as well. So throw in for the Blades. And they're off with it. That is Adrian Gonzalez. Good defense. And Foothill will come back the other way. Pushing up the left flank. Good defensive play. The starting 11 for East in goal is Nomar Puga, the senior, number 1. And then you have number 5, Miguel Villegas, the freshman. Number 7, Danny Pineda Jr. Number 8, Miguel Lucero, another freshman. Adrian Gonzalez, number 11, the senior. Luis Duran, number 12, the sophomore. Another freshman, number 13, and Brian Reyes, number 15, senior. Jair Vidrio, number 17, David Puga, very exciting player. We need to keep a close eye on Foothill. Nice left-footed take, and save is made there by Nomar Puga, the senior. Also number 18, senior Cesar Perez, and 25, senior Emilio Estrada, the starting 11 for East. For Foothill, Juan Ojeda, the senior striker with 44 points this season. 15 goals and 14 assists, back in the lineup after sitting out with a red card at Highland, a match which Foothill scored the first 2 goals in the first half and then locked her down, gave up a goal, but won 2-1. The only loss this season in league and overall for the year for Foothill came at the hands of South High, and that was in overtime. So it'll be a free kick for the Blades.
And this was one of the things that Coach Rose had talked about, that he kind of wanted to limit at the throughout the season, is giving up these set pieces.
Yes. Into the box. Ball could have gone anywhere, headed out, still not out of danger. Foothill trying to clear it. Still scrambling for the ball, and East gets possession. Left wing. Nice cutback there by Miguel Lucero. And the shot into the arms of goalkeeper Andy Hernandez. For Foothill, junior Andy Hernandez is in goal. He's been outstanding this year. A 0.983 goals against average. And that's not just the goalkeeper, though. I mean, obviously that's that back line as well, working hard for head coach Ty Rose. And we saw an extremely organized Foothill side last year at Miramonte in the game that we covered, but they also suffered with a lot of injured players and a number of younger players, if you recall, Lance. And so a complete turnaround here with healthy players and players who have entered the fray for the Foothill Trojans. Here's number 7, Pineda. In through midfield. The field is slick. And as you can see, I mean, it's going to be a bit choppy at times. There are some spots that have more mud. Here comes Foothill. David Gomez dancing through everyone out to the left and just out of the reach on that left wing as Foothill was trying to get numbers, but East was hustling back. They had 6 defenders back.
Yeah. They almost caught them there in transition coming up on the left side. So both of these teams so far are pulling up their wingers off their defense and making the runs coming up. So, and they're kind of disguising them a little bit. They're holding off, waiting until the play goes to one side, and then sprinting up the side, so trying to catch them off balance.
Foothill's lineup: Andy Hernandez, number 16, Alejandro Espindola, number 18, Angel Manzo, number 8, David Gomez, number 20, Alex Altamirano. That's your defense. And then Joe Medina, number 17, Andres Meza, number 15, number 6, Royer Perez, number 11, Luis Hernandez, number 10, Juan Ojeda, and number 7, Everardo Arce. And Foothill will put it in the back of the net. A beautiful ball played through. And the goal scored by number 10, Juan Ojeda. That's his 46th point of the season, his 16th goal of the year, averaging 2.3 points a match. And just got a little free, and he put it in the back of the net to the far post with the left boot. And Foothill has the 1-0 lead. So we'll see how East responds now. Remember, they've won 3 straight, gathering confidence, playing well together. Here's Miguel Lucero. Works his way through midfield and then taken away. Here comes Foothill through the middle. Jorge Cruz. And that'll be a corner.
Already you can see how well they work up top. They know where each other are, so the first part of this game, it's been mostly East down here on Foothill's side, but just like that, Foothill comes back, starts applying pressure, and now here they got another opportunity with a set piece on a corner.
So Foothill with 5 men in the box, one just outside. Here's the corner, low, and that's in the back of the net. 2-0. And that came off the boot of number 15, Andres Meza.
Yeah, and that was flicked on by number 9.
Mm-hmm. Number 9, Erasmo Hernandez, with the flick on, and then right past the goalkeeper. Nomar Puga really didn't have much of a chance there. Came so quickly. So 2-0, Foothill with the lead. I mean, Lance, we're talking about a team who's now scored 74 goals in the campaign and has only given up 21. And 26 in league and only 9 goals rendered. In fact, they've only given up 3 goals twice this year, the whole season. And now Foothill with the intercept. Dangerous play there. See how East responds now, down 2-0. Plays it out to the left. And last touch by the Trojans. Wow, 2 quick goals. Juan Ojeda, number 10, and then number 15, Andres Meza. That's his 25th point of the season and his 8th goal. Or excuse me, number 9, Erasmo Hernandez. That is his 23rd point of the season. Here's the throw in. Foothill will control. Stolen away by East. Into traffic, and a foul is committed by Foothill, so a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, that was a sloppy foul there, jumping into the player there. So I think the ref blew it because he left his feet and kind of jumped in. Luckily, he didn't come, wasn't dangerous where he's going to get a card or anything. But if you leave your feet and jumping in, you're going to get called.
It's about 25 yards out. Left-footed corner. Into the middle, and East is on the board. And it's onside. And wow, we're going to have a great one tonight, Kevin. 2-1 Foothill, and East responds off the set piece, and it's number 5, Miguel Villegas, just a freshman. Wow, this is why the Southeast Yosemite League is so tough this year. You cannot let your guard down on the set piece. The goal by Villegas, and it's 2-1 here in the 27th minute.
Yeah, that was just, again, a set piece. And just like we saw in our last game that we did over girls' game, they scored on set pieces. That was worked perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, as a coach, you practice and practice and practice, and then when you see that come to fruition, I mean, it's just beautiful. A beautiful chip in to the left side. It was headed back across, and Villegas with the volley into the upper V is beautiful.
Yeah, no chance there for Andy Hernandez, and Coach Ty Rose has to be disappointed. You mentioned one of their goals is to have fewer set-piece goals, and that's a work in progress for them, and they give up a big one here to give East a chance to get back in it. 2-1 Foothill. Free kick. Angel Monzo. Played out by East. Throw in Foothill. Far sideline. Far touchline. One of the places I absolutely love to come and enjoy a game is East High. So much character in terms of the makeup of the school. Just a beautiful night tonight here. He's trying to break out the other way. Good defense there by Foothill. They'll play it back. This is Monzo. And here comes Foothill. Through ball, but good defending that time and easily collected by Nomar Puga. So goal kick for Puga. Puga's brother, David, a sophomore, number 17 for East. And a throw in for the Blades.
Yeah, I was watching the goalkeeper, Puga, there. During warm-ups, he was practicing his drop kick, and you saw that. He kicked it all the way to the other third of the field. So that puts a lot of pressure on Foothill's back line whenever you're able to throw in those long balls, and they're backing up with East applying pressure. It can be quite dangerous.
Anytime, as you mentioned, anytime you can play the ball from the back, goalkeepers who have that ability, I mean, it's just like another offensive player, right?
Oh, yeah.
Little ball over the top. So throw in for the Blades. 24th minute, 2-1, Foothill the lead. Goals by Juan Ojeda, left-footed strike. Across the grain into the far post, left foot. And then the goal by Erasmo Hernandez. And the East goal, a beautiful header to set piece by number 5, Miguel Villegas. Trying to play a long ball over the top. Good job by East defender, number 24. Just trying to work it up the left wing and kicked out of bounds. Last touched by number 11, Luis Hernandez of Foothill. Throw in for Lucero. And a scramble for the ball. And Foothill comes away with it. Andres Meza. Just out of the reach. And that'll be a Foothill throw-in. Dangerous spot. 2 runners in the box. Ball could have gone anywhere as it bounced off the back end of an East player. But able to collect it is Puga and quickly trying to get it ahead. Man, what a weapon that is. Kicks it 3/4 of the field and sometimes over 3/4 of the pitch.
Yeah, and if you haven't played in many teams where you have a goal kicker with a leg like played against a goal kicker with a leg like that, it can be it's quite unnerving. Once you see it a few times, hopefully then you'll get settled in and realize you need to step back a little bit and then run up to the ball.
Mm-hmm. And now we've got our first yellow card issued, and that'll come to East, and that will be number 12, Luis Duran, the sophomore. So the first yellow of the match. I believe that's the first card that we've seen since we've been doing games here.
Yep.
Season so far. Free kick. Inside the 18, headed away nicely by a Blade defender. And a throw-in for Foothill. Let's bring in our third man, our ops guy, the veteran Kevin Willey. Kevin, your thoughts so far? I mean, 3 goals here in the first half within the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's been quite a game so far. And those 2 back-to-back, that's That'll really wake East High up a little.
Long shot, ambitious shot by number 9, Erasmo Hernandez, and that sails well wide. And this time East will play it from the back instead of having Puga kick it out.
Wonder how Puga is as a place kicker.
I know. Interesting. I'd like to see if maybe he spends some time on the Blades football team. And a throw in for the Trojans. It's Luis Hernandez. Throw in, Foothill. Hernandez. Nice footwork there by 22. Leonardo Armenta, the junior, has entered the match. Ooh, and bobbling that was Andy Hernandez, but able to collect before an East player could get to it. Foothill trying to work the left flank now. Nice turn there. And now lacrosse over the middle, off the back. And coming away with it and sending it out is Miguel Lucero. He's been busy, number 8. Dangerous, another dangerous ball there.
Yeah, number 9, Hernandez, got isolated there, a one-on-one, and I think he just lost the ball a little bit, but that would have been a good opportunity for Foothill to try and put another one on the board.
2-1, Trojans the lead. They've played twice this year. Trojans with a 3-0 win at Foothill and a 2-1 win in non-league. And that'll be a foul against Foothill on the push. So a free kick for the Blades. Into our 18th minute. Nice fresh air here. Does not feel as cold as it did the last match that we did. Of course, we're about, 10 feet lower than we were last time?
Yeah, it is raining, though.
That's what makes these games so fun. Braving the elements.
It's fun to play soccer in the rain. I don't know about standing outside broadcasting in the rain, but at least it's not pouring yet, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I have to break my hairdryer out when we get done.
Here comes Foothill. Working it through the middle. Hernandez. Oh, here's number 10. And Juan Ojeda's shot is saved on the near post. Thought he was going to kick it over there to Hernandez again, but decided to take it himself. Good physical play here. 1 yellow card in the match. Issued to East.
We're good for now.
Yeah, Nomar Puga on that previous shot from Ojeda showing he's got good hands there, especially in the rain. You know, trying to hold on to the ball on a good shot, diving shot, and maintaining possession of it when you hit the ground. So it's showing some good skills there. And then we got another set piece in here.
Set piece Foothill. Let's see what they do with it. Low line drive, and Puga collects. And that'll be a throw-in. Dangerous there. For Julio Luna. Had to...
Yeah, dance over a trash can and the water and the track.
Man.
Maybe the track team might have recruiting for hurdles or something.
Yeah. Looks like he'd do a fine job, maintained his balance. And departing for East will be number 12, Luis Duran. Throw in Foothill. He still control. Just out of the reach of number 11, Adrian Gonzalez. Had a little bit of space. And a foul committed by Foothill's number 7, Everardo Arce. So free kick at midfield. Cesar Perez into the box. Nice low header down to get it out of trouble. Number 5 for Foothill, Dewani Gillard into the match. The senior, dangerous player, electrifying speed. There's the cross into the box. And it's going to be a yellow card against Foothill.
Yeah, I think there was a foul on that play on East, and then the center ref was just waiting for a dead ball, and then he, unrelated, gave a yellow card to the Foothill guy. He must have said something. That's usually when you get one of those.
Trying to go back. Ooh. Yeah, that has to be a foul, and that's going to be a yellow card on Foothill. And heading off the pitch, you have to leave on a yellow card.
Yeah, and that was number 8, wasn't it? Or was that Perez? Couldn't tell there.
Yeah, it's either number 8, Gomez, or number 6, Royer Perez.
I believe that was Gomez, number 8.
Number 8. So the senior defender with a yellow card has to be careful now. Beautiful corner headed out by Foothill, but that was dangerous. And now Foothill try to break on the counter to the middle. Away from Gillard. Gillard's going to make the run. Here's Dwayne Gillard into the box. Shot! And just off the top of the crossbar and out. The aforementioned Dewani Gillard with the electrifying speed nearly got the 2-goal advantage back.
And East is very fortunate because the captain was timing his run and got into space, and they just couldn't get the ball to him soon enough. And then he kind of had to hesitate to give the shot. He almost made it, hit the crossbar.
Beautiful ball, diagonal to the left flank. Miguel Lucero to the middle, and then an errant pass. And that'll be a foul, so it'll be East's ball, free kick, into the 12th minute of the first half. Exciting match. 2 teams that are getting after it. 3rd time they've met this year.
Yeah, the center ref has taken control of this game. He's already issued out 3 cards, and he's letting you know he'll let you play, but...
Oh, wow. Oh, man. That was nearly mishandled by Andy Hernandez. You mentioned it, that slippery ball, slippery as an eel tonight, and able to somehow corral that, but he's nearly had the equalizer.
Oh, yeah, it's just like an infielder in baseball getting a short hop that just eats you up. And the ball's going to skip. It's not going to bounce up.
He's still playing out to the right now. Now Foothill comes back with it. Puka came way out off his line. And throw in for East. Trying to catch Foothill off guard. Onside. Right flank, cross, headed down by Foothill, though. Just got his head in the way. An East player was waiting inside the box. Foothill work it up the left now. To the middle. Thought there was going to be a foul there, and now there will be a foul. Now another yellow card issued, and another one to Foothill. And that one is to number 10, Juan Ojeda. And remember, he's coming off a suspension red, so he's got to be extremely careful. And as you mentioned, head referee, the center ref, he's really taking charge here. Long free kick.
Yeah, he's going to let you play, but if you're leaving your feet already, any hard shoulder-to-shoulder contact that he deems that's unnecessary, he's going to call it. So it's better to start it at the beginning of the match than to try and rein it in later, because that's not going to happen.
Throw in the box, cleared out. East will get it back. Here is 17 Puga, David Puga. Can 13 get there? He did, but off his right boot, off balance, and not able to keep the ball in play. So a goal kick for Andy Hernandez and the Trojans. This is exciting. Two teams getting after it. Rainy weather. Slick filled.
You know,
A number of these kids probably know each other well.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they play club together, grown up their whole life playing against each other. You know, and it's just this league. This league is a tough league. They battle it out. You have good teams, so it's always exciting.
Yeah, you better show up. You better show up with your A game. In this league, we know what Miramonte did last year, not having quite the season they did last year. South, always tough. And when East is on, and now East is really coming on, makes things extremely interesting. On the left, Foothill. Good defending. And cleared out of play by the Blades. So it'll be a throw-in for the Trojans in the 8th minute.
Yeah, the ref, he saw the ball was tipped off the slide tackle, so he ended up reversing it and giving it to East as a throw-in. So we got another sub here.
Okay. So number 3, Francisco Rios, will come in, and he will replace number 5, Miguel Villegas, the East goal scorer. It's a beautiful header. East will try to play it on the right. Low ball through. Off a Trojan player in midfield. Trying to make the turn there is Adrian Gonzalez for the Blades. Headed down, he still controls. Kicks it out the left flank now. Moving it up. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. Into the middle. Excuse me, that was David Puga. Now Foothill try to play it to the left. And a throw in for Foothill. Try the right now. Ooh. Gosh, so much quickness on display here tonight. Skill, Lance. It's Foothill through the middle. Good defensive play there by number 8, Miguel Lucero, or the Trojans might have been in for a shot on goal, and now it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Plays it quickly, and last touch by a Foothill player, so throw in for East. We'd like to thank Stan Green, the figurehead of this operation, as well as all of our district superintendents for the outstanding jobs that they do. Also like to thank our sponsors, Tony's Pizza, Motor City,
And U.S. Army.
GMC, U.S. Army. We appreciate everything they do. They make it possible for us to come out and call the action to showcase these wonderful young men and women that we cover in all sports, just about. Still haven't quite gotten around to getting baseball or softball or tennis in yet. A little difficult with the filming, right? But maybe we'll get there one day.
Yeah, we considered baseball, and we've kind of been talking about how we'd do it and where we could do it. Tennis will be a little tough.
Yeah, definitely. And now we've got an injured player for Foothill.
That was a really dangerous play there by number 7, East Pineda. He's lucky to get away with just a yellow.
So that'll be Pineda's. That'll be a yellow for Pineda. So 2 yellows for East and 3 for Foothill. And more importantly, as head coach Ty Rose comes out to check on his player, and I'm not certain who that is. We can't see the number he's killed over. And hopefully it is not anything too severe. It's number... Yeah, it's number 15, Andres Meza, one of the keys in midfield for Foothill. And he is slowly walking off the field. And that's obviously another danger here in the conditions as well, Lance, is, you know, you don't want to see that happen.
Right.
Especially so close to playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, just you're playing intense, you're going in for the ball, but you just got to watch, you know, when you raise up your foot, that's what a lot of these yellow cards have been on. And the center ref, he's been very consistent about it.
Out to the left. Out of what looked like a little scrum there. Foothill comes away with it, but now East back on the attack the other way. Here's number 10, Luis Chavois, trying to get it up ahead to number 9. It'll be out of play. It'll be East ball, and it should be a corner.
Yeah, the head ref, he overrode the assistant ref over there. He saw it getting flicked off the Foothill player, so that was Luna that was chasing down that ball.
Julio Luna, the freshman. Here's the corner into the box, headed straight up into the air, not out of harm's way, and now it's outside of the box. And Dwayne Gillard gets it as far as midfield, but stolen away, and East comes back the other way. And that'll be a foul against East. Number 9, Julio Luna, knocking down the Foothill defender. I believe that's Espindola, number 16. So free kick. Cut down by Foothill. And cleared out. Throw in Foothill. As these players start to make their way to the locker room. Here come the Blades trying to catch the equalizer here. Down 2-1. Fell behind 2-0 rather quickly, but came back with a beautiful set-piece goal. And that is where we stand here. Beautiful ball into the box. Could be anywhere and knocked down nicely by Andy Hernandez and able to corral it before any harm can be done. Through the middle. Now to the left. Beautiful turn there by Miguel Lucero, the freshman. Gillard heads it down, but only into the path of Chavoya. Luis Chavoya out to the right now. Here comes a cross into the box, and Andy Hernandez punches it away and cleared for a Foothill throw-in. Dangerous balls. I mean, we're seeing some prime crosses into the box there. Strong save there by Hernandez, and it'll be a throw-in for East here into stoppage time of the first half. Loose ball. Out to Puga. David Puga. And unable to control it there is Chavoya, so a throw-in for the Trojans. And that'll end the first half, and what has been an exciting, entertaining display here from Foothill and East High. Foothill with the 2-1 lead at halftime, and we will come back with Lance's keys to the second half only on the Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile, and I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile, and I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
A lot of more hands-on activities, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, well, It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses. Having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
I was shearing my lamb for fair. I have 2 lambs.
This lamb is stubborn.
Taking care of animals is you feed them twice a day, make sure they have water, walk them, make sure they're ready for fair.
Vet science is the first year before you can actually go into animal science, and it's a lot of like hands-on with the different animals, and you get to learn different things such as giving shots, castrating, all that fun stuff.
For me, wanting to be a vet when I'm older, it prepares me. All the stuff that I'm learning in ag is definitely going to help me.
I'm in ag communications. Anything that you see on the Facebook page is what we do, and pictures, and we do all the posters that are around campus, anything that just promotes ag.
Our students are all part of the FFA organization, and through that we have a chapter officer team. We do monthly chapter meetings because we're trying to get them involved outside of class so they can find something that they're interested in, and they need something that's going to hook them so that they're ready for life after high school.
And welcome back to the Kern High Network's exclusive coverage of high school sports here in Kern County, where we've got a great one, Lance. Rick Hudgens, Lance Grimes, Kevin Willey here, braving the elements on a beautiful, gorgeous night at East High, and a 2-1 lead for Foothill over East High in the Southeast Yosemite League matchup. And your thoughts, Lance, what are your keys here to the second half as we are underway?
Yeah, so for Foothill, just keep up the pressure like they have been. I'd like to see a little bit better spacing up top when they're on their in the middle when they're attacking. It looks like they've been getting bunched up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'll go with what Coach Rose said. They need to limit the set pieces.
Yes.
They've had some fouls and not in some very good positions, and they're giving East some opportunities. For East High, again with them, it's a tight game. Just keep up the pressure. Keep doing what you're doing. I'd like to see some more support up top whenever they're on their counterattack. It looks like a lot that Villegas is kind of by himself, so I'd like to see some of the midfield push up a little bit quicker. And I think East, they need to challenge this Foothill goalkeeper. They need to put some shots on goal, and we haven't really seen him been challenged yet. So I'd like to see him do that, especially in this wet weather.
Yeah, excellent point. You never know. That slick ball.
Of course, East, they did change out their Foothill changed out their goalkeeper, so we'll see how this goalkeeper is.
Yes, Andy Hernandez to the bench, and must be Eduardo Garcia in now for Foothill with the 2-1 lead. Here comes East. They'll work left to right here in the second half. High, long ball over the top. Dangerous, but played well there by Nomar Puga. Or no, excuse me, by Eduardo Garcia. And now Foothill work it up the right flank. They come on the push. East trying to get back defensively. And the pass harmlessly goes into the hands. And a free kick for East. To the right. Cross into the box, nobody there. Just chipped it back. Well, the ball could just about go anywhere right now, Lance. And through to the middle. Loose ball, trying to get to it. That's number 10, Juan Ojeda. And over the touchline, so a free kick for the Blades.
Yeah, a little sloppy there on the back line, clearing that ball out. Gave Foothill an opportunity there to apply some pressure. A little bit, need to be a little sharper on your clearing the ball out.
Real control in the middle. Here's number 7, Arce. Throw in Trojans. 2-1. Your score, Juan Ojeda, his 46th point, his 16th goal of the season. Ooh, left-footed shot blocked by the defensive East. To midfield, too far. East on the pressure, and Foothill will just kick it out of play. So a throw in for the Blades. 2-1 your score. Ojeda, and then off a set piece. Erasmo Hernandez, the other goal, number 9. And number 5, Miguel Villegas, off a set-piece header, scored for East. So it'll be a corner for Foothill. Puga setting up his defenders. 4 in the box for the Trojans. All but 2 in the box defensively for East to defend this corner. Into the box. Here it comes, headed out by East. Foothill controls. Long shot, right foot, and missed by about 2 feet to the left. So a goal kick for Puga.
You know, Rick, we haven't haven't seen too much of number 10 East Shavola tonight. So we'll see if East does something a little bit different with him, maybe moving him into some different spaces to free him up.
Yeah, Shavola definitely one of their main players, their offensive threats. And a free kick for the Blades. Foothill's goal is not to give up more than 2 goals per match. They've only given up 3 goals twice this season. To the right, Cesar Perez. Cleared by Foothill, throw in East. East's offensive third. Throw in by 25, Emilio Estrada, the senior. Foothill able to get it out of danger. East has it back. They'll settle back to the goalkeeper, Puga. Clears it beyond midfield. To the right, Gonzalez for East. Shavoya. Defended well by Foothill, but another throw-in for East as they're trying to keep it down here in the offensive third. Nice throw-in. Looked like Shavoya was going to try and cross it. Foothill will come away with it. Hernandez, number 9. Over the top. Knocked down nicely. Foothill fans wanted a call there.
Just because it hits the hand doesn't mean it's a handball.
Here come the Blades. And they'll settle it down. Controlling, number 7, Arce. But taken away by East. Trying to work up the left. Beautiful change of play to the right. Spinning away is Shavoya. He's dangerous. And a throw in for East. So, Lance, what have you seen so far here in the second half in the way that Shavoya is being used, trying to get him more involved?
Yeah, we've seen here in the last few minutes him pushing up the field. I would like to see, though, number 5, Villegas, or number 17, Puga, come back a little bit when Shavoya is pushing up the field. It looks like their line up top is a little flat. I like to see one of those peel off, maybe bring a defender with them, but at least check back into Shavoya so they can maybe do a little 1-2 type thing. But right now it's just like they're almost kind of watching Shavoya bring it up, and they're not giving him any support. So it's easy to defend for Foothill right now.
Well, here's Shavoya again. Trying to settle. Passes through to number 18, Cesar Perez. He'll play it back. To the middle. Here's Estrada. Back to the right. Brian Reyes. Through the middle. He's trying to push it up. Now to the left. Here comes a cross. High cross into the box. And offside. Flag is up. Good idea.
Yeah, I think Villegas got there a little bit early.
Goal kick and out of play. Throw in East into the 29th minute here.
Yeah, one thing here on East, I just now caught it because we were used to seeing number 17 Puga up top and Lucero in the back end. Coach Cervantes has swapped them, and you've got Puga playing in the back now and putting Lucero up top. So maybe you're looking for a little bit more speed maybe up top. So that's why he's put Lucero up there. Because they came out here with 3 at the top. So trying to put a little bit more pressure.
Back to Shavoya. Try to backheel that went awry, and Foothill will clear it. As far as goalkeeper Puga.
Yeah, it looked like both teams at the beginning of this match started off with a 4-4-2, and looks like now East came back out here with a 4-3-3, and we could see that easily. Depending if this score stays the same, we could see a 3-4-3, maybe even a 3-3-1-3 or something like that, just to put another person up top that can check back on defense, but also supply some offensive attack.
Yeah, you got to have somebody pulling the strings there and support. Number 11, Adrian Gonzalez, and number 12, Luis Duran, will sub in for the Blades.
Yeah, and also, Rick, I think one of the things that we've seen why maybe East has been a little bit more down here is that Foothill's kind of settled in a little bit. They'll take their opportunities up top, but they're up 2-1, so they're going to try and settle in with their midfield and their back line, so they don't want, to give up any more points here.
Good defending by Foothill. Now stolen away. This is promising for East. Adrian Gonzalez into the box, trying to get there is number 5 Villegas, and runs out of real estate. So goal kick. Goal kick for Eduardo Garcia. In for Andy Hernandez, who started the first half. Free kick. And a yellow card. Looked like there's more jawing going on there.
Yeah, it looked like that was from the head Foothill coach there. I think he wanted a card on that because the head ref came over and talked to Villegas on that last play as the Foothill defender was shielding it to go out of bounds, and then he thought it was unnecessary, a little rough there. So, and I can't remember if Villegas is sitting on a yellow card already, so I wasn't keeping track of that.
Yeah, Villegas does have a yellow. This has got to be careful. Plays it back, Puga. East trying to get the equalizer here, and a rainy night, and the rain's starting to pick up at East High. Chavoya plays it over the top, trying to use his speed. Gonzalez back for Chavoya. Beats the defender. There's a cross into the box. Headed down nicely. That was a beautiful ball. The Foothill player was there and able to head it out, but only as far. It's back in the offensive third comes East, at least momentarily. Getting a little scrappy here. What's your assessment of the field right now, Lance, as the rain starts to pick up more?
Well, you can see him slipping a little bit more, and we got a lot of yellow cards going on already, and these guys playing as hard as they were earlier and come out here and start playing hard, and then all of a sudden you slip. It could be a costly another double yellow, and you end up with sending somebody off, or worse, you give up a PK. So I think these players need to really need to watch it. So,
and now Foothill players on the ground, and a yellow card is issued to an East player. Is that Villegas? Number 6, Fernando Valdivia.
Yeah,
that's number 5. That's 5. That is Villegas.
So he must not have had a yellow card earlier.
I think it was number 7, Pineda. So I stand corrected. My fault. Here we come. East trying to work it back the other way into the 23rd minute. Plays it through, making the run through the middle with Chavoya. Foothill able to defend it. Now here's Danny Pineda. Lost his footing. Foothill try to come away with it. He's able to keep it in.
No, the assistant ref had it. He said it went over the end line.
So a goal kick for Puga.
Oh, he called offsides. So
offsides against the Trojans. We're now out to the right. We've seen a lot of play out here to the right. And into the arms of Garcia. He'll send it away beyond midfield. Pineda. Headed down, Trojans. Meza keeps the ball. Nice footwork by Andres Meza. Gets it through to the middle. Here's the danger man, Juan Ojeda. And a goal kick for Puga. So no goals here in this second half. Going back to the first half, Juan Ojeda, number 10 for Foothill, is 46 points, his 16th goal of the year. And the other goal by number 9, senior Erasmo Hernandez, his 24th point. He has 10 goals on the year. Number 5, Miguel Villegas, a freshman for East, off a set piece with a header. And that's where we stand, 2-1 in the 21st minute. Free kick for the Trojans. Headed down and to the goalkeeper, Puga. And he'll send it away. But Foothill defender was just sitting there and waiting for it, Manzo. He's trying to come back the other way now. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. Now Foothill has it to the right. Trying to break through. Good defending there by the Blades. But an errant pass, and now we're going to get another yellow card on East.
That's a double yellow
and that's
there.
A double yellow, and that's a red for number 25, Emilio Estrada. And now Javier Cervantes, the head coach of East, gets a yellow. So a double yellow for Emilio Estrada. Down to 10 men.
The head ref, he has been consistent the whole time with raising your foot up and going in for a challenge. So you can't complain that you didn't like the call. He's called them all night long equally. And it's a dangerous play.
So we'll see what happens here. 19th minute, Foothill the 2-1 lead. And now, with a man advantage, down to 10 men is East with a 1-goal deficit. Left-footed shot and sails high and over the bar. Struck that with some venom, but too strong.
I don't like that, Rick. That's too far out, straight on the goal. Wasn't like you're at an angle or anything. I would have liked to seen something else, a short play or some kind of set piece. I mean, if you're wanting to put away this game, when you get a set piece, you need to be very conscientious about what you're going to do.
Nice
ball
into the box. And off the right boot and over the crossbar.
Yeah, that was a great ball by Pineda, putting it in there. And then number 15.
Andres Meza over the bar.
Trying to clean it up. So, I'm sorry, not Pineda, but it was
Arce.
Arce, that
number 7, Everardo Arce.
Yeah.
Look at this ball over the top, but it's 1 against 3 there. Number 9, Julio Luna is checked in to the Blade lineup. Chip ball over the top. Dangerous, but falling down and barely grazing it with his left boot. So I believe Jorge Cruz. He's trying to play it, looking for an equalizer, even though they're down a man. Down to 10 men on a double yellow to number 25, Emilio Estrada, the senior for East. Foothill comes away with it, plays it out to the right. Here's Juan Ojeda. Cross to the middle. Free ball, left boot. And into the back of the net off the right post and in. Beautiful goal scored.
Yeah, that was number 7.
That's number 7, Everardo Arce. His 39th point of the season and his 14th goal. His third goal against East this season. And will that be the dagger? 3-1, Foothill takes the lead. And now we've got some players talking to the center ref, and
that was Chavoya. That was a great ball. I believe that was Ojeda that threw that ball in.
Mm-hmm.
What a ball. And then on the run with the half volley by
Arce
to put that in just inside the post.
And we got another red card, it looks like, being issued here. Uh-oh, this is starting to get out of hand. It looked like I can't tell, did he send off another East High player?
I think he gave a yellow.
And so the goalkeeper will have to come off. Nomar Puga. So Heriberto Cortez will go into goal, the freshman.
Oh, they're down. He did send him off with a red, so they're down to 9 players now.
9 players for East, down 2 now in the 15th minute in what has been a physical match the entire time.
Yeah, you got to keep a cool head. You're still in the game, and now you hurt yourself. And that wasn't even a play involved in the field. That was just, a player running his mouth from the other end of the field.
Descent against goalkeeper Nomar Puga, the senior.
He's had a great game.
He's had a phenomenal game, and yet another player sent off. 9 men for East, down 3-1 now, thanks to Everardo Arce, the senior, number 7, coming off a game in which he had 2 points at Highland to clinch the league title on Wednesday night, as he had a pair of assists. Foothill players down. He's trying to work it up the left side. What do you do now, Lance? You're down to 9 men. You're down 2 goals. Do you just all-out attack and take your chances, and if you get hit on the counter, well...
Yeah, I mean, you're down 2 goals, so you're going to play 3 in the back, and you're just going to try and play up top. I mean, 9 players is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
10, you can manage it, but 9 is pretty difficult.
And a free kick here on the foul committed by Foothill on the far side. So a free kick for East. And set pieces are definitely a way to get back in.
Yeah,
East,
in the players we've seen so far that have got sent off on the reds, because now they have to sit out the next game.
Yes.
And this could have some...
Whoa, that was a great save. Bounced it up in the air. Eduardo Garcia.
Well, that ball's slippery. Huh?
Yeah, that could have very easily been 3-2.
Yeah, but these red cards, depending on seeding and stuff, on your, if you're looking at, you weren't too sure about this game on East side, you knew you were going to play a tough opponent, and
another yellow
on
East.
And so you're looking forward to maybe, getting a point in the seedings for the next game, well, now you've just, you're missing 2 of your key players.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen how well Puga has played and how dangerous he can be.
Yeah, I mean, he's had 3 goals scored on him, but not one of them was his fault. He's had some really good saves, too. So I would suspect, going kind of back, what do you do with playing with 9 players? I would suspect that Coach Cervantes will start subbing quite a bit more because you're going to have players running back and forth.
Free kick into the box, loose ball, and into the back of the net. 4th goal for Foothill. A set piece that nobody touched. It just harmlessly bounced to the far post.
I think it was flicked on maybe by Ojeda, and then Arce was there to clean it up.
So 2nd goal of the match for Arce. 41 points now and 15 goals, and a 4-1 deficit for East to climb out of with 9 men. And that is extremely difficult. And that's an understatement. Plays it back. East has to go all out now. Down 3, 11 minutes. They've won 3 straight to get to 3-4 in league. Foothill looking for its 18th victory against just 1 loss and 5 draws. Looking to move to 7-1-1.
That was a nice slide tackle there by Reyes.
Playing it back. Valdivia, number 6. Fernando Valdivia, the freshman. But we've seen some outstanding young players on both sides. Exciting. Oftentimes we see on the girls' side of the game a lot of freshmen, sophomores, entering the fray and becoming starters and integral parts of the team. But seeing some really solid freshmen and sophomore here at the varsity level, pushing it up. East will come away with it. Out to the right. Royer Perez tried to play the 1-2, but that was defended well that time. Just trying to do something with it. Out the right, cut off, throw in East. 9th minute, 4-1 is the lead for the Foothill Trojans. When we talk about this Foothill Trojan team last year, all the injuries that they suffered, young players, yet well organized. And we saw them really battle against, top team in Division 4 last year, Miramonte, who won the sectional title over Lindsay. But it's a team that's well organized and also very dangerous with a lot of offensive weapons, Lance.
Oh, man. A lot of weapons. They're exciting to watch, and Coach Rose has got them dialed in right now. He subbed out Ojeda. I doubt if we'll see Ojeda the rest of the match. I think he was already, I can't remember if he was on a yellow or not, but there's no sense in
he's on a yellow
getting him a hurt or anything like that. And you got so many offensive weapons, you might as well get some other players, get some play time in for these guys, so if they need to step up come playoff time.
And here's number 5, Mr. Electricity, Dewani Gillard, senior captain.
And you have to really be pleased with Ojeda's play tonight. I mean, he has 2 assists, a goal. Really, that last goal was probably going in. It just Arce kind of cleaned it up. But Ojeda has been the one that's for Foothill that has stayed up top every time, receiving the ball, keeping it in possession, and applying pressure on East. So, he's done a great job tonight.
Comes Foothill. Set it up. Jorge Cruz. Send it across now. And too far. So throw in for East. 7th minute. And a 4-1 lead for Foothill. Into midfield. Another throw in for East. Foothill just looking to see this one out now. And if you're head coach Ty Rose, what are you telling your team? No silly tackles. Don't do anything that's going to jeopardize your playoffs.
Well, anybody that was sitting on the yellow needs to come off the field. These players on the field, they know who has yellows.
Mm-hmm.
So, and sometimes there's a little bit of gamesmanship to try and lure people into making foolish fouls. So
it'll be a free kick for Foothill. So it looks like, unless East is able to make this miraculous comeback with 9 men, looks like Foothill will have home field advantage. They should get that top seed without a doubt. The toughest league, certainly in Kern County. And I would put this league up against just about any league in the Valley. Now, we do know this, in Division I, the Central Coast is dominating. The Central Coast teams are phenomenal. And so it's going to be interesting. That's why, the Central Valley, that's why the Central Coast wanted to come over here. They wanted to compete with teams in the Valley instead of down south in Southern California in the playoffs, and we'll see if the Central Coast teams are able to make any hay in the playoffs. Out to the right. Nearly through to Gillard. Boy, if he got his foot on that.
The Central Coast teams have an advantage that over the Valley teams because they don't have that many schools. And so that means a lot of their players play together on club teams all year round. And so when you come play high school, it does make a difference when you're having played with each other all year long, and the Valley gets watered down. So you may have 3 or 4 players on the team that played club together, but that's probably about the extent of it. Once in a while you'll get lucky with maybe 5.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I mean, the Kern High School District's the largest school district in the state of California, and you're absolutely right. All that talent is spread throughout the county. Here's a corner for East. Try to cut the deficit in half with 4 minutes. We're into the 4th minute here. Low corner. And
I think you're seeing right there the rain taking its toll there. There was not much room, and it's wet, and trying not to fall down.
Yeah, and you can see more and more pockets of water forming here on the pitch. And now foul against East, so a throw in for Foothill. It will be interesting, though, to see, what transpires there from the coast. San Luis High School, San Luis Obispo High has been outstanding this year. Arroyo Grande has been really good.
They've played well in the preseason tournaments that a lot of the Kern High School teams have played in.
Of course, Foothill, one of head coach Ty Rose's goals was to win a tournament this year, and they won the Liberty tournament.
Which is not easy. That's a good tournament. It's a very good tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
But watching what we've seen here tonight.
What are we going to get here?
If he's already on a yellow, he's off.
It is. It is just a yellow, though. It's not his second, and that, let's see, is that?
That was Mr. Luna there.
Julio Luna, number 9. Just a freshman.
There's no need for that. He's shielding the ball. You're down 4-1. The keeper's coming out. There's no need for that. Just people get hurt.
And now we get another yellow against the East bench, and now head coach Javier Cervantes is telling his players just to be quiet. Don't say anything else. You can't afford to lose any players with the playoffs coming up next week. I should say with a playoff draw coming up in the end of next week,
right,
and then the playoffs beginning in 2 weeks.
But in an emotional game like this, it's a league game. It's a, it's the same side of town, East Side rival.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to learn to keep those emotions in check, and especially when you get into playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So East has got, earlier on this match, Foothill was making they were getting the majority of the yellows, but then it just completely switched around to East. And so Coach Cervantes needs to have a chat with his team and talk about their, emotions,
mm-hmm,
and don't let them get the best of you.
And
Because, playoffs is emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So
totally different level. There's a free kick over the top and a goal kick. So we are into stoppage time here, a 4-1 lead. And in this second half, 2 more goals for Foothill. And that is it. And Foothill wins it 4-1 as head coach Ty Rose is swamped with the bucket of water. We hope it's water. I hope it's not Gatorade. Got to give credit. Ty Rose has done such a phenomenal job. His 6th season in Foothill. He did well with the South High varsity boys. Made it to the Valley Finals and lost. He has coached the Foothill girls at one point. He started his career at Centennial High School Boys JV and has just continued to move up the ladder, and also does an outstanding job in the classroom as well. And Foothill wins it 4-1. The the SEYL champs move to 7-1-1. They have beaten East 3 times this season, moved to 18-1-5. East falls to 6-13-2 and 3-5 in league. Your thoughts, Lance, on what was a very entertaining affair, and as we saw, emotions run high, and it was certainly got chippy, especially in the second half, with 2 red cards for East.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. Kind of get clouded with that play. But, the first half was great. Coming into the beginning, for the first 20 minutes of the second half was really good too. And then there's just too much from Foothill.
Mm-hmm.
Too many offensive weapons. And start applying the pressure, and then you start making some silly fouls and letting your emotions get to you. And, and that's why Foothill came out on top tonight. But, really, before all that, those silly fouls and those red cards, Foothill was dominating. They upped the pressure, and they were the better team tonight.
Yeah, Foothill, a team that, like you said, first half, little on the edge, maybe too emotional, as you mentioned, but second half really showed the maturity and put this one away. So Juan Ojeda scores, Everardo Arce, as well as Erasmo Hernandez. And, in fact, Arce had 2 goals. And for East, the freshman with a header, Miguel Villegas, off set piece. But who's your pick for the player of the game? I think I know who you're going with.
You can have 2 goals in a match. The last one was a little bit of cleanup. Cool,
yes.
But I really think it was Ojeda. Ojeda was the man who applied pressure the whole game. He was relentless. He hustled back to pick up the ball. He kept the pressure up. He was responsible. He had 2 assists, and he had, probably would he have the first goal of the match.
Yes.
So, he kind of set the tone there. So, Ojeda's my player of the match.
I definitely agree with you. Your thoughts, Kevin? Ojeda? Okay. Here's the other thing about Ojeda. What a way to respond. His red card could have cost them at Highland. They were able to get the 2 goals in the first half at Highland and hang on for a 2-1 win. But what a way to respond the right way. Gets a goal as well as an assist and continues to play well. Well, that's going to wrap it up here from East High. It was a cold, rainy, yet extremely entertaining affair between 2 rivals, Foothill and East, and Foothill comes out on top 4-1. They are the SEYL champions. They should. If they are not the number 1 seed in D4, then there's a conspiracy in the valley. In regards to East High, Division 2, we'll see where they land in the playoffs. We wish them the best, and hopefully those guys with the red cards will be back when playoff time comes. For outstanding Kevin Willie, our incredible sponsors, our wonderful assistant superintendents, and my incredible broadcast partner, best in the game, Lance Grimes, I'm Rick Hudgens saying so long from East High. Everybody, final score, Foothill 4, East High 1. Thank you so much for tuning in to exclusive coverage of Kern County High School sports only on the Kern High Network.